Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School IT online class. In today's class, that we are going to learn chapter number 6, Introduction to IT's Industry. If you have your textbook, turn the page number 62. In this chapter, we have four different kinds of topics to be learnt. They are Introduction to IT's Industry, Role and Importance of Computers in Different Fields, IT-Enabled Service in India, ICT in Education. So these are all the four topics that we are going to cover in this chapter. In today's class, that we are going to discuss about only first two topics. The first one is introduction. In introduction part that we are going to see something related to the computer system and computer technology. So, computer technology is advancing at a rapid pace. The reach of people is getting wider and wider because many of the people employed in India are engineers. There are host of their jobs that do not require the engineering degree. Many of the employees are engaged in data entry, system administration, system analysis, peripheral technicians, and customer support executives, telecallers, etc. So, computer has become a thriving industry which requires planning and execution to succeed. Many of the students these days study computers at school and continue their education of computers in college too. Computers have made its way into every home and office in urban India. Even rural India is becoming a part of this digital revolution. Mobile phones, which are basically small computers, are in the hands of more than 50% of Indians, according to the reports. These information technology enabled services sectors has not only changed the way the world looks at our country but has also made significant contributions to the Indian economy. So this session will introduce the basic concepts and ideas related to information technology and IT enabled services. Next, we are going to see some basic characteristics of computer that set it apart from jobs that humans perform. They are memory, automation, reliability, versatility, diligence, accuracy, and speed. In our textbook, we have speed, accuracy, diligence, and easy to learn. These are all the basic characteristics of computer that are given in our textbook. Let's see all those things one by one. First one, characteristics of speed. It is the fastest device, work done as enormous speed as compared to human beings. A computer works at exceedingly high speeds. Millions of instructions per second was a normal speed of computer about a decade ago. Decade means 10 years. 10 years represents decade. These speeds are electronic in nature while humans can never reach such speeds of work execution because while we are compare with our humans as well the computer, the human will do lesser than the computer because the computer do more than a human. The speed of computers measured in term microseconds, nanoseconds and ever picoseconds. These are all the speed category that we are following. Next one, accuracy. A computer work accurately. The accuracy of computer output is limited only by the accuracy of the input that are provided to the computer. This phenomenon is known as GIGO, that is garbage in garbage out. So if the input is erroneous, the output will be also erroneous. See, the accuracy depends upon the design of computer. Errors occur are mostly human errors rather than technical errors, but the computer never do mistake. Either because of the input or the technical problem, the error may occur. Otherwise, it always give the exact and perfect result. Next one, diligence. A computer is very diligent in how it executes the instructions given to it. Unlike humans who sometimes get bored by repetitive work or slack off for no reason, computers work endlessly unless met with system failure or power outage or human intervention. Maybe the power off or any technical issues which happens, those things will be happen. Otherwise, a computers are very diligent. Diligent means it will keep on working 24 bar 7. Easy to learn. Although a computer is intrinsically a complicated machine working at the interface of computer, human is easy and pressing some buttons, keys and moving the mouse usually gets the computer to a large number of things. If not, all of that computer can display. The large number of users in India prove that computers are swiftly learned by the general public, many of whom also earn money by working on it. Many people are using computer to earn money. They are making the products and they are selling and they are buying and they are whatever they want to do in the computer to earn, they are doing in the computer online. So these are all the introduction part of this. The next topic is most important and interesting topic that we are going to learn now, that is role and importance of computers in different fields. In which fields computers playing a important or vital role, that we are going to learn. The first one, that is IT in home computing. The use of computers at home is very prevalent. In fact, for a large number of people, computers are the primary sources of entertainment. Using of search engine, checking of mails and working from home, ordering food online, ordering online browsing and whatever they want to do in the computer at home, they are making in the use of home computing. In house, the kids are mostly used to play games from the computer. The next one is IT in banking sector. E-banking is a method of banking in which a customer conducts transaction through the internet. The use of internet has enabled the banking operations to be faster, which has resulted in saving time, effort and here we can have e-banking, that is online banking, and mobile banking and internet banking, and also we can make a report to be sent to the particular bank about the bank accounts being hacked, ATM robbery and internet fraud, about phishing and forming and hacking and stealing the informations, the password and usernames. So those kind of the reports we can send to the particular bank that we are associated with it. The next one is IT in library. So computer technology helps a lot in library science. Many of the information stored within a library can be stored in a computer. This way, a lot of the load of the librarian can be eased. See, we can easy to collect different library resources. So we have OPAC. OPAC is a thing that we can use to search what kind of the resources that are available in the library. The library resources represents different kinds of books. Here the collaboration and creation of library network will be there. So to avoid time consuming effort that are maintained by the librarian and increasing the range of services offered. So the OPAC is one of the best thing to search the books are available in the library or not without manually, and less time consuming and efficiency can be increased because all the things are automated and digitized in the computer form of textbook, so that we can easily find, we can easily use, and we can easily get the books whatever we need. Next one is IT in medical science and healthcare. Information technology is playing an important role in the medical science, we can see clearly. The advancement of IT has positively impacted the healthcare sector. Computer help in easing out inventory management, patient management, and various kinds of tests that are carried out at hospitals to check for health of various internal organs. Computers have had a hand in easing all of this out. Many of the tests which are carried out by help of computers, that we are going to learn one by one in the medical science and healthcare, what are all the things are happening and how the IT is helping in those things that we are going to see now. The first one is computerized axial tomography machine. What is this machine? This machine is simply called CAT. This is used to take 3D pictures of internal organs so that the doctors can view them and diagnose. In short, we can call it as CAT. So, this machine used to take a 3D pictures of internal organs which is in our body, so that the doctors can understand and they can view them, and they can give the treatment of the particular diseases according to the patient. That is the computerized axial tomography machine. The second one is magnetic resonance imaging. This is used to check the images of internal organs and parts to determine what has gone wrong. So you may hear about it, MRI scan. So this is the MRI one, to check the parts and what happened to the particular organ and what is the wrong inside, so that each and everything will be captured as a 3D image. And next one is ECG. This is used to view the health of the heart. It stands for electrocardiogram. It gives as output the beat frequency of the heart. On studying this output, doctors can diagnose the condition of the heart. This ECG is known as electrocardiogram, that is used to purely based on to check the heart, how the heart is functioning. It is functioning properly along with the proper heartbeat. So those kind of things will be monitored by ECG. The next one is EEG. The electroencephalogram is used to take record of the activities of the brain. This is used to specially concentrate on the brain. Small receptors are attached to the brain, so these things will receive the brain impulses and display them on the screen. Some of the things will be attached in a head, so that it will check through the wires and find what is going in the brain, what are all the impulses and what are all the small receptors are going in the brain. It will be monitored. The next one is blood sugar monitor. By taking a sample of blood, it is possible to study the blood glucose levels in blood. The monitor displays the value as a number expressed in mg per deciliter. So the blood sugar monitor to check mostly in diabetic patients are checking this kind of the blood sugar monitor. So according to that, they themselves they can check how the level of the blood glucose in the blood. The next one is blood pressure monitor. This machine is attached to the body. The hand pad gets filled with air on turning the machine on. After that, the pressure gradually drops and the systolic and diastolic pressures are measured by the machine. So the blood pressure monitor BP, pressure checking machine we used to say. So those kind of things are monitored the pressure of the human body. These are all the 6 important points in the IT, medical science and healthcare. The next one, IT in marketing. In marketing, the products advertisements play a key role. The ads, that is advertisements, are made and synthetic elements are added to the ad using the IT tools. Also, companies market their products by displaying advertisements on popular websites like Google, Quora, Yahoo, Gmail, and news websites, and many more such examples. Moreover, the goods can be sold by showing them up on the e-commerce websites and selling them to customers. So, the online shopping, while we are using the social media or Facebook or some other social mediums, at the time they used to provide the advertisements about the thing. That is also one of the marketing. It is an organizational function and a set of process of creating, communicating and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationship in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. The next one is IT in insurance. So the insurance, it's very important in our day-to-day life because it is the safest one to make some insurance to our family. Insurance companies are sophisticated software to decide the price and conditions of a policy. So mostly if we remember or if we hear the word insurance, we used to remember that LIC, Life Insurance of Corporation. So one of the insurance companies, when a set of conditions are decided to describe the policy conditions, the price is decided only after some algorithms are run. Specialists in this matter are known as actuarial scientists. Actuarial scientists have good knowledge base of chances and expected values of mathematical events. So how many months we have to pay or how many years we have to pay and what will be the lump sum amount. Okay, so this kind of the thing is comes under the concept of insurance. The next one is IT in workplace. In the urban areas of country, computers must have in offices. Lots of work like sending and receiving emails, sending and receiving fax, video teleconferencing, maintaining shared matter, updating your work in office repositories are just some of the various uses of IT in offices. So how these kind of the IT technology playing an important role in workplace to make a photocopy, to make a printout, to make a scan. So these kind of things are comes in the concept of workplace. Next one, IT in business. Business has a lot to do with provisions for money. Money transactions in recent times have been taken to a different level due to information technology. Business transactions can now be done online between two people sitting very far apart. Additionally, debit and credit cards are provided by banks to its customers using which money can be paid. These cards have either a magnetic strip or more recently have a chip attached for enhanced security of the debit cards. You can also use internet banking instead of cards for any online transactions. So the business we can use for buying the product and selling the product and making the advertisements. So these are all that comes under the concept of business. The next, in entertainment. The kids entertain themselves by watching cartoon characters on television. Lot of the movies in theaters also have visual effects added to them using computers. These effects make the movies magnificent to watch. Cartoon movies are not all computer work. The initial drawing work is done by cartoon artists. Thereafter, various artificial effects, that is, not possible in real, is added by various video effects tools. Moreover, the marketing of the movies also requires that the contents be carefully edited and marketable trailers of the movies are made. Movies like Jurassic Park, Avatar, Spider-Man, Avengers, and movies of this kind have a lot of graphic input in them. And not only the movies, games, and we are using uh, sports or social network to have entertainment and fun in the IT technology. The next one is IT in communication. There is no communication device like the computer, especially if the mobile devices be considered as computers. Even otherwise, computers are capable of doing tele and video conferencing and chat software abound on many computers. Even mail communication is easier on a computer. So we are making the communication as a chat, messengers, phones, voice call, video call, and we are using many social media to communicate with our people, those who are far away from us, SMS. So everything comes under the concept of communication in IT. The next one we are going to see, that is IT in e-governance and public. Digital India and e-governments initiatives of the government have helped many government services to be in online, because if you want to apply a PAN card, or if you want to apply a Aadhaar card, if you want to apply the voter ID card, we can apply in the online itself. No need to go for the government offices to stand in a very big queue. To avoid such things, we can use these kind of the online utilities to have our work in a simple way. And linking of PAN card to bank account. So in each and every bank, the PAN card is mandatory. Okay, the personal account number, that is called the PAN card. And collection of taxes, processing of documents like license and passports and voter cards, e-filling of income tax returns, etc. So if you want to apply the passport, we can apply in the online itself. No need to go for passport office. But if we go for applying the passport, we have to go to the office, and other things will be maintained in the online itself. And the collection of taxes, how the taxes are maintained, so those kind of things are monitored in the online. And some of the governance e-sites also available. So through the e-sites we can understand that e-governance and public services. And also the BIM, Bharat Interface for Money. Okay, like Google Pay, Phone Pay. So My Government, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan app are some examples of apps launched by Government of India. So these kind of things are mandatory in the e-governance and public services. The next, the last subtitle of the topic, IT in science and engineering. Many of the science and engineering work is being helped by the IT infrastructure. For example, many of the physics experiments can be shown by computer visualization of the activities that helps to understand. Even in maths, many of the operations on numbers can be shown to happen in front of you by using animation. Cars many years ago used to be purely analog. Now cars have significant amount of computer technology within them. In civil engineering, many of the buildings and structural designs can first be made on a software, and if improved and approved, can be built and made use of. There is almost nothing that the ever growing tentacles of computer science cannot bring under its grasp. So this is thing that we are going to have in our day-to-day life, and we are having these kind of the technologies in different fields, and also we are utilizing these concepts in the form of information and communication technology. So the short summary of today's class, that is, we have learned introduction part about IT to IT industries enabled services, and the characteristics of speed, accuracy, diligence, easy to learn, and the role and importance of computers in different fields in home computing and banking, library, IT in medical science and healthcare, and in especially in the medical science and healthcare, computerized axial tomography machine, magnetic resonance imaging, an ECG, an EEG, blood sugar monitor, blood pressure monitor. These are all the topics that we have studied in the concept of IT in medical science and healthcare. Then IT in marketing, how the things are going in the marketing, and IT in insurance, and IT in workplace, IT in business, IT in entertainment, and IT in communication, IT in e-governance and public services, IT in science engineering. Totally, we have 12 different fields that are using computer as an important one. So the remaining two topics will be covered in the next class. Thank you, students. I hope you have understood and you have followed whatever we have learned in this today's class. Go through each and every slide and learn properly. And if you have any doubts, you can ask and I'll be clarifying your doubts. Thank you.